Hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm the Stacey Harris, social media strategist and trainer. On today's show, we're going to be celebrating 7 years of this business. It's a little crazy. I do have champagne because, well, I like it. I like to celebrate, right? I'm super, super excited. We're going to get started right at 2. I'm going to be sharing 7 lessons over 7 years. So if you are watching the pre-show with me, say hey in the comments. Congrats, says Brandy. Thank you very much. Oh, your profile picture is adorable. All right, thanks. As you're joining, say hi. Let me know that you're joining. And tell me where you're watching from, because I always think that's super fun. I am a little all over the place today. I'm really, 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 really excited. I have my list of my 7 lessons to share with you guys. Again, we'll get started right at 2 o'clock with that. But I also I thought I would just chat with you and kind of talk about what I've learned and what you have learned in your journey so far as an entrepreneur, and kind of just chat with you today. Does that sound okay? Does that sound cool? We're also going to be giving away some 30-day passes to Hit the Mic Backstage. So if you're interested in grabbing a pass inside Hit the Mic Backstage for a free 30 days, which gives you all access for a whole month. It's super cool. Let me know. Type an emoji. Give me an emoji in the comments. I'm super all over the place. In the comments, give me an emoji, and I will choose an emoji winner from the pre-show. And when we start, I don't know, at some point, I'll choose a winner. Brandy says she's from Las Vegas. Her husband and she own a window cleaning business. Very cool. Very, very cool. I love that. Awesome. So 7 years as an entrepreneur. I'm super stoked. It both feels like a really long time and like it couldn't have possibly been 7 years. Does anyone else ever feel that way about things? Like, I both am like, oh yeah, it totally makes sense that it's 7 years. And also like, holy moly, that is a long time. Because I'll be honest, guys, this is the longest job I've ever had. Up until owning my own business, I had lots and lots and lots of different jobs that I just, tried out and enjoyed. And it was a lot of fun. But now I have this one job that I do. And it changes all the time, which is good. But yeah. So, welcome again. As you're joining us, let me know you're here. Let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to hear what you do. If you've watched it, just say hi. Whatever you want to tell me is cool. Again, I'm a bit all over the place today. Leave an emoji in the comments for your chance to win a 30-day pass inside of Hit the Mic Backstage. We'll probably give away a few throughout the show. We'll get started right when this timer hits zeros. We'll get started with the show, and my 7 lessons from 7 years. Yes, really, 7 years. And what's amazing to me is that there are parts of this community, there are people like you and maybe even you that have been around that whole time, which I find to be double amazing. Like, I find it to be really cool. The coolest thing actually happened a couple of weeks ago. I got an email from one of my very first clients with a referral. Like, they're not even really my client anymore. How cool is that? That is called building relationships, and it's one of the things we're going to talk about today. So, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how long you've been in business. How long have you been doing what you do, rocking your hustle? Because I would love to hear from you. We're also going to share that. I'm going to do a few things that I don't normally do with this show. And we're going to share it in a couple places because I promised some people I would. So, again, let me know. Say hi as you're joining us. I want to say thank you for all the love and messages of encouragement I have gotten today. I shared in my Instagram story this morning that today was 7 years, and that we were going to do this show. And people sent the nicest messages. It was so sweet. I'm really enjoying that. All right, sharing that. Hi, Andy. So my friend Andrea Snyder is here, who I've known for a very long time. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm super stoked. Brandy says her husband started his company in 1993. That beats the socks off of my 7 years, but still, it's pretty exciting. That's awesome. Cool. Congratulations. Awesome. I'm stoked. I'm, again, a little all over the place today. Also, here in the States, I know some of you are watching from not in the States, but here in the States, yesterday was the 4th of July, and so I did not work. And so I have this weird breakup of my week that is making today feel much more like a Monday than a Thursday, but I made it for the show. I remembered, so I feel like we're okay. We're good with that. Everything worked out. What else are we going to talk about today? Before we get started, I often kind of talk about news of the interwebs, news of social, and there's not a ton this week. We are seeing that increased transparency stuff rolling out for Facebook pages. I believe it's rolled out everywhere now. So you can now see the live current ads that are running for every single page on Facebook from desktop or mobile. If you haven't checked that out yet, it's a really cool way to spy on your competitors. Other than that, I don't see a ton of value. I don't see a ton of purpose. I don't know that it had to go out to everybody, but it did, and that's cool. I suspect that marketers will be the only ones that really use it. That's just me. Again, as you're joining us, be sure to say, hey, let me know where you're watching from. And of course, leave an emoji for your chance to win a backstage pass. That's going to be 30 days with us inside of Hit the Mic Backstage, which, for those of you who don't know, is my private membership community with literally dozens of trainings, including 4 complete social media marketing guides. We have the Instagram guide, the Facebook guide, the LinkedIn guide, and we have a podcasting guide, which isn't technically social media, but still counts. As somebody who's done 408 episodes of the show, that's 408 went out on Tuesday, it still totally counts. Cool. All right. I'm super, super stoked. Again, as you're joining, say hello. I'm trying to think. I know there was something else I wanted to tell you guys before we got started with the show, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it is. And there's lesson number 1. Write things down. I've learned that time and time again, both in my business and outside of my business. Man, do I need to write things down. All right, we're going to get started in just a couple minutes with my 7 lessons in 7 years as an entrepreneur. Yikes, that seems like a really long time. I also feel like I couldn't possibly be old enough to have had a business for 7 years, yet I clearly am. This is where I'm at today. All right, anybody else want to say hey, want to shout out where they're watching from, how long you've been a part of the community, all of that kind of stuff. I'm super stoked that we're getting ready to go. Let me just make sure that everybody is here. All right, I'm excited for this. It's going to be a good show. One more thing before we get started, in case you missed it on Tuesday, the brand new episode of Hit the Mic went out. It is the 3 things you need to know episode, and we do talk about IGTV. I've been getting a ton of questions about IGTV. That is where you're going to want to go, is that episode. There's a lot of great content there. We did some Facebook Lives here last week about IGTV, so you can check those out. And of course, inside Hit the Mic Backstage, we already have some IGTV content and trainings. But it's changing all the time, and I suspect it will change. I will say I really, 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 really hope search gets better, because right now you're searching for people and not topics. I would like to see a search where we're searching like the description and the title of videos. Right now we're searching essentially the name of Instagram accounts, which is a really good reason why you should have your Instagram name, not your handle, but your actual name, be something related to your business. For example, my handle is @Stacey but my account says social media strategist. So, just a little lesson for you. We're going to get started in just a couple seconds. I see lots of people joining us now. So as you're joining, be sure to say hey in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from and drop an emoji in there to get your chance to win your all access pass for 30 days inside Hit the Mic Backstage. Or if you're already a Backstage member, be like, I'm already a Backstage member. What do I win now? And I'll think of another prize for you guys. Sound good? All right. What do you say we get started? I say we get started. I am super, super stoked. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you who are watching the replay and fast forwarded to this point, You missed so much fun stuff. I am the Stacey Harris, social media strategist and trainer, and today, champagne in hand, I say 7 years in business officially. Woo. I'm gonna need that. Yes, 7 years ago today, we officially opened the doors of what was then called On-Demand Virtual Assistant. It's gone through some rebrands over the years, but yes, it was the On-Demand Virtual Assistant. We had an on-demand virtual assistant. I had on-demand virtual assistant for a little more than a year. And then we rebranded to Hit the Mic Marketing, which then became the Stacey Harris, which is what we are now. And so it's been a journey. Like I said, I started with on-demand virtual assistant, where I was in fact a virtual assistant. And I learned a ton of amazing lessons, including the fact that I really, really loved social media, which is what stemmed our rebrand to Hit the Mic Marketing, a social media focused company. It was actually a management agency at the time that grew and expanded and became the Stacey Harris, which is obviously built around training and consulting. We're actually reopening the agency. We've actually officially reopened the agency side of my business. We've got 4 clients right now under the agency side. We are very picky about who we take on as agency clients, but we do have a couple of spots open still. We might take 2 more clients right now, but that'll have my team at their max. So if you're interested in learning more about that, let me know. Go ahead and message the page and I will help you out with that. But yeah, it's grown a ton. It's changed a ton over the years. In fact, I was actually looking at my memories today, which is like the most fun Facebook feature in my opinion. I'm actually going to pull it up real quick. And it was talking about basically every year I've posted a, hey, it's my anniversary kind of thing. And this one is so fun because it's kind of a like journey back through the years of the business. So I'm going to scroll all the way down here. And we've got 1 year ago today, I opened the door for the virtual doors of On Demand. And then at like year 3, I actually posted what the old site looked like. So this is actually what On Demand Virtual Assistant looked like. Either when it first opened, it must have been when it first opened because I was still using Constant Contact and was a Constant Contact expert certified person. So yeah, this was a while ago. Yeah, so this was the first website of On Demand. I apparently really am attached to having this black in my color scheme because it is the one part of my brand that still exists. This photo was legit taken standing against my bathroom door, and I had purple streaks in my hair at the time, and so I had to like hard flip my hair over so you couldn't see them because I wanted to look so professional. So professional. And so as we go, you can see that obviously changed, because this is last year's photo that we posted for 6 years, where I had the crazy pink hair, which I had for 5-ish years. But yeah, it has changed quite a bit over the years. And of course now at 7 years, it's a little crazy. But it's also amazing. Hope says, hey Stacey from Scotland, congrats on your 7 years. Thank you, Hope. Hi in Scotland. 7 years. It's interesting how much things are different than they were. And so I want to sort of jump into my 7 lessons because it really does start with that, which is 1, it's okay to make changes. Your business does not have to and will probably not look like it does right now, 5 years from now. My business has grown to a scale that wasn't possible in my mind when I first started. So if you've been around for a while, you've likely heard this story, but I think it's worth repeating. When I started On Demand Virtual Assistant, when I started this company, I really started because I had been a stay-at-home mom for a couple of years, and I missed the part of my brain that worked when I worked. It wasn't that I had any sort of great job to go back to. In fact, I didn't really want to go back to a regular job. I just missed the part of me that worked, the part of me that was fed by working. And so I decided I would do something from home to make a little extra money. Summer vacations and, the kid's going to go to college at some point. We should probably save for that. I'll just do this and that will fund those things because my husband made a good living. It was fine. Fast forward, let's see, 4 years, because it was 3.5-ish years ago. We retired Charles from his traditional job, his regular day job, as a diesel mechanic. And he's worked for me for the last 3.5 years. So I went from let's make a little extra money to employing both myself and my husband. That wasn't on my radar. Now fast forward another 3.5 years and the growth we've had since we brought Charles on board. And none of what's happening now seemed feasible in the first year. So your business will change. Mine certainly did. That's cool. That's 100% awesome. Also, the fact that my offerings changed. I don't do the things I did when I first started my business because I didn't know enough to exclude what I do now or include what I do now. And so as I grew and as I evolved, so did my business. And that's going to happen as much as we like to plan things. Number 2 kind of feeds into this. There's not really a destination. At least there wasn't and isn't for me. I, for a long time, kind of thought, oh, when I get to XYZ, I'll be done. I'll just sort of plateau there forever and that'll be good. Yet, as I've gotten to those spots in my business and in my life, really, it's been about, okay, what's next? What's the next thing? And sometimes before I kind of really get there, I'm like, oh, okay, here's where we're going. I'm right here. Let's move this. I do that a lot. Which is why it's so important to celebrate, which we'll talk about later. But I really want to let go and encourage other entrepreneurs to let go of the idea that there's this mythical place that you're going to get to where everything will be figured out, everything will make sense, and you're just going to be sailing along, everything's fine, plateaued forever. That sounds horrible to me now, but that was really what I kind of thought would happen. There would be one day where I would know it all and figure it all out, and I would just rock it, like, whoosh, 24/7. And not a real thing. Number 3, and yes, I'm looking down at notes because these things I did write down. And this is really kind of a more tactical one, but it's the lesson I learn over and over again, no matter how little I enjoy it, which is, for realsies, guys, pick a niche or a niche, however you say it. Choose one. It can change too. Mine has over the years, which is why you have to do this again and again and again. So choose your audience, choose your community, pick who it is you want to hang out with, that you want to serve, that you want to work with, because you can't work with everybody, even if, and I'm quoting here, everybody needs me. That doesn't matter. You can't work with them all. You can't help them all, because different people are going to need information and content and value and support in different ways. And so, you can't work with them all. All right? Number 4, and we're going to spend some time with this one because it's crazy important. And as you're joining us, I know we've had some people joining us as I've been going here. Drop an emoji for your chance to win a 30-day pass inside Hit the Mic Backstage. Just drop an emoji in the comments, and I'm going to choose one of them or a couple of them, who knows, when we're all done with the show. And let me know your lessons. I guarantee you've learned a lot too. So what have you learned in your last 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, however long you've been doing this? So you're an emoji for your chance to win 30 days inside of Hit the Mic Backstage, and any lessons you've learned, and we'll feature them during the show. But moving into number 4, find a support system. Find people who you can surround yourself with personally and professionally, because this is not an easy road. Not all days are champagne and caviar and unicorns and everything is wonderful. Some days suck. It's true. Some days you don't know how you're going to pay for XYZ or do payroll or get through or whatever the thing is, and you got to get through it. And sometimes it's just that you're growing so much and so quickly and that you're just in a constant state of being wildly uncomfortable. I guarantee someone else has been there, and I guarantee that because I've been there. So find your people, find your support system, personally and professionally. I know for me, finding friends and people I could lean on, who kind of get what I do for a living because they do something similar, has been wildly helpful. Because there are days, again, when things are not all fantastic. And to be able to lean on someone and say, I don't know what I'm going to do, is really, really amazing and wonderful. And also to be there for someone else. When I have people who come to me and are like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I go, we will do this. And being able to support them, it's selfishly very fulfilling and very gratifying to be able to be there for the people who are there for us. And so find your people. That can be through masterminds. It could be through paid programs. It could be randomly at networking events. It can be in weirdo corners of the internet. I've met people in all of those places, and all of them remain my friends to this day. So, again, find your people. This, especially if you're somebody who's working from home, it can get wildly lonely, being surrounded by people who maybe don't fully understand it. Also realize, and this is just sort of a caveat to that one, some people will literally never get it. There are people in your family who, love you as they may, will never understand how you make money on the internet. It certainly happened to me. And the strange looks you get when you're like, yeah, I'm going to do a video online. And they're like, and you're going to get paid for that? What kind of video is this? So find your people, because it offsets some of those people who think you're doing something that's not marketing online. Okay? All right, number 5, outsourcing is not just for business. I am actually much better at outsourcing my regular life than I am at outsourcing my professional life. Ask anyone on my team. I am working on it and constantly trying to get better. Another lesson for this thing. But also realizing that you can outsource things in your life is going to be hugely impactful. And sometimes this doesn't necessarily mean hiring somebody. Sometimes it means saying yes when someone in your life offers to watch your kid clean your house, pick up your groceries, take your dry cleaning in, whatever, insert thing here. Accepting help when it's offered and asking for help when you need it, even in your regular life, is going to be a brain saver. Decision fatigue is a real thing. It's not something I fully accepted until earlier this year, but it is a real thing. And so make sure that you are getting what you need from the perspective of support in your life and your business. Outsource as soon as you can. And again, sometimes that's just accepting when people ask you if they can take something over. For me, it was when my husband asked to take over the grocery shopping and the cooking. I was like, yes, 100% you can. Because I don't wanna, I'll be honest, and I don't have the brain space for it. So, do that. Wrapping this up, number 6, quality over quantity applies to everything. Quality audience, quality offerings, quality content. It will beat churning out more crap every day. It will always, always win. Community size, team size, client list size, email list size, social media followers. Again, your offerings, the kind of people you work with. I would rather work with 4 quality people than 4 really, really crap, or 40 really, really crappy people. Every single time, quality will beat quantity. Every time. And number 7 is really what we're doing today. Don't forget to celebrate. Don't forget to take a moment, pat yourself on the back, and be like, I've been doing this for 7 years. I don't have that kind of commitment for anything. Ask anyone who's known me for more than 7 years. I was somebody who tried lots of different things. I had lots of different jobs. I went to school for something completely unrelated to what I do now. Seriously, you guys are my second longest relationship, okay? It's Charles and then you guys, and then literally every other relationship I've had has been sub 1 year. Okay. So it's crazy to me that I've been doing this. So I'm celebrating today. Busted out the bubbly. We had a yummy coffee with my breakfast this morning. I'm going to have a delicious dinner with my family tonight. When we did 400 episodes, we celebrated. We had a party here. I had a special dinner and drank some champagne. Sometimes it's celebrating little tiny stuff, like a dance party in the office when I close a new client. And it's like, yes, this person's going to be amazing to work for. And we turn on the music and I just rock out around the office and look like an idiot. It happens all the time. But if you don't pay attention to them, if you don't take the time to look at them, they'll just keep happening and you'll feel like you're continuing to push a rock up a hill and never succeeding because you're not taking the time to look at where you're succeeding. We've got a great one. And again, Hope just dropped me a comment. I'm going to add it here and we're going to read it together. That's my, hi, I'm here. Hope says, I've learned that things take time, a long time, and sometimes, as you said, to start off on one path and then inadvertently find yourself on a totally different path, which isn't necessarily what you dreamt of doing, but it looks like it's worth pursuing. Absolutely. And again, it might not always be what you thought it was going to be, but oftentimes it's awesome. This is much better than what I thought my business would end up being. I like this a lot more than what I thought my business would end up being. But guess what, guys? I wouldn't have known if I didn't start down the path. So I love that, Hope. Thank you. Again, sort of a last call here for anybody who wants to drop an emoji in the comments for your chance to win a backstage pass. Brandy, I'm going to send you a 30-day pass. If you could just message the page and let me know that you were a winner, I will send you one, and we'll give away one more if we get some more emojis in the comments. Yep, just leave an emoji and let me know you want to pass, and I'll give away some more. Cool? Again, 30 days, not a trial, just a legit 30-day pass. You'll get access to absolutely everything. We just had a really cool training drop on the first around social media habits, which is really cool. I'm super, super stoked. Thank you, Brandy, for hanging out with us the whole show. Love it. Also, the cutest profile photo. I'm super stoked. Again, I want to wrap up by just saying thank you. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thanks for hanging out with me every Thursday for the show. Thanks for listening to the podcast on Tuesdays or whatever days you listen to those. And, I got so many great, amazing, wonderful, loving direct messages today on Instagram when I shared my stories that we were going to do the show and that it was 7 years. I wouldn't have nearly as much fun doing this if it weren't for you guys, because you guys really are what keeps me coming back, what keeps me doing this. Because guys, I can't do this without you. Hope, yes, that is 100% an emoji. I love that you chose a hot dog. That's fantastic. And Hope will get you a 30-day pass for Hit the Mic Backstage too, okay? Just, again, Brandy and Hope, just message the page, and I will get you, somebody on my team will get you a link so that you can start your 30-day pass. Again, not a trial, don't have to enter a credit card or anything, it's just legit. I'm going to send you some membership information, and you'll create a username, and you'll have access for 30 days. If you want to stay on, fantastic. You can absolutely stay on with us, and we'll get you set up, but if not, that's cool too. Either way, rock it out for 30 days. I am so incredibly grateful for you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thanks for your emails and your tweets and your Instagram messages and your Facebook messages. And your time and your focus and your attention. It means the world to me. I absolutely love what I do, and I do what I do for you guys, and so I'm excited. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Before this gets too sappy, we'll wrap it up. Cheers to you, and to 7 years of these Stacey Heroes. I am hoping there will be lots more than 7 more, but here's to the next 7. And I will see you next week. Again, back to more regular programming and less boozy programming next Thursday for Hit the Mic TV Live. Same time, same channel, right here. next Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific. And I hope, I have no idea what time that is in Scotland. So thank you I just assume it's late right now in Scotland. You can let me know. But if you want to be reminded when we have new shows right here every single week, type show, SHOW, in the comments, and you'll get a notification from Betty, our handy dandy Facebook bot, on Thursday, right about the time that I go live, saying, hey, Stacey's live, come hang out with us. So I would love to see you. Again, thank you for being a part of this community. Thanks for watching the show. Hope and Brandy, welcome backstage. Again, just message the page and we will get you a notification. Holy moly, it's 10:30 in Scotland. I'm tired just thinking about that. But I go to bed really early, so I'm not cool anymore. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next Thursday. Again, if you want to get notifications, just do what Brandy did. Type show in the comments, and Betty will hook you up, okay? I will see you very soon. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.